Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. So we got this one from the Daily Mail, came out last night, and we all know what's coming up. We're expecting probably tomorrow, maybe the next day, for a list of Epstein associates to be released to the public. It's a list of people that have, one way or the other, already association has been made public. They've either, been a witness or had something to do with some type of trial that was public, or they did an interview, something like that, where their association has already been made public. And the judge did give people a 14-day window to make their name redacted or whatever. So there's a little bit of a window there for people to have their name removed from the list. But keep in mind, this is not the client list that everybody's waiting for, that we'll probably never see. And I doubt, and we're only left to speculate if there's any people on both lists, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but with that, we have this story. Bill Clinton will be named as John Doe 36 when a list of Jeffrey Epstein associates from court filings are made public next week. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton is expected to be named as John Doe 36 when a list of disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein associates from court filings are made public. Clinton, 77, will allegedly be named among dozens of Epstein high-profile associates in documents set to be released the first days of 2024. Epstein's powerful friends and acquaintances are set to be exposed as part of a vast unsealing that a judge ordered just before the new year. That will take the release date of January 1st, but that's today and it's a holiday, it's New Year's Day, so it's likely the files will be made public tomorrow. Some 177 people will be identified across hundreds of files, which will shed new light on the late financier's trafficking operation and his network of influence. This will lead, hopefully, to new investigations and more information from those investigations coming out that hopefully will eventually bring us to that client list, but nobody's holding their breath around here. According to ABC News, former President Clinton is Doe 36 and is mentioned in more than 50 of the redacted filings. Many of the legal filings connected to his name are surrounding the effort by Virginia Giuffre's lawyers to subpoena Clinton for deposition testimony about his relationship with Epstein. There is no indication the sealed records contain evidence of illegal conduct by Clinton, and equally, Virginia Giuffre made no allegations of wrongdoing against him. So this might just be their attempt to explain Bill Clinton's association with Epstein while claiming his innocence from, being on that client list, right? According to ABC, Giuffre's reps contacted Clinton's attorneys at the time in 2000, and they responded by saying his testimony would not be helpful because he had never been to Epstein's island, which I'm pretty sure is false, allegedly, right? The request was ultimately denied by U.S. District Judge Robert Sweet. ABC reports that Clinton's name is expected to be unsealed in filings surrounding efforts by Maxwell and Giuffre to get Jeffrey Epstein to answer questions. He frequently invoked his constitutional rights against self-incrimination. DailyMail.com has reached out to Clinton's representatives for comment. Clinton and Epstein were in each other's circles in the early 2000s, and in 2002, it was noted that the former president had used Epstein's jet for a humanitarian mission to multiple African nations. Never mind what the Clinton Foundation was doing in all those African nations, right? The former president's representatives have long said that Clinton cut ties with the financier in 2005 before it was probed in Palm Beach, Florida. In 2019, when Epstein was arrested Clinton's spokesperson said that the former president knows nothing of Epstein's crimes and that he had not spoken to him for over a decade. Although, Epstein had a painting of Bill in the blue dress, right? I guess he was just a big fan. Judge Loretta Preska wrote unsealed in full next to the names of 177 does who are Epstein's friends, recruiters, victims, and others whose names will be revealed when the material is released within the coming days. The material is related to a defamation case brought by Prince Andrew's accuser Virginia Roberts in New York against Epstein's Madam Ghislaine Maxwell. Roberts sued Maxwell for defamation in 2016, and while the case was settled, the Miami Herald, which published a bombshell expose of Epstein that led to his arrest in 2019, sued to get the documents made public. Some of the does are identified in the ruling through links and interviews they have given to the media, which the judge cited as a reason they should not stay private. They included the housekeepers on the Epstein private island in the Caribbean, where some of the worst abuse that he perpetrated was carried out. In her ruling, Judge Preska gave 14 days for any does who objected to their documents being made public to object, after which they would be unsealed. There will be documents about one of Prince Andrew's accusers who claim he did bad things at Epstein's New York mansion. There will also be material about Haley Robson, who was named as a recruiter in police files in Epstein's original investigation in 2016 in Palm Beach, though she has more recently claimed she was a victim too. The filing suggests some documents will relate to Jean-Luc Brunel, a French model scout who was close to Epstein and allegedly abused many young women. Brunel hanged himself in a prison cell in 2022 while awaiting trial on a slew of charges. The common underlying theme, right? They all somehow can't live through jail. They all somehow can't make it through jail sentence, right? A failure of our system, apparently, to keep people held accountable. The documents in this case have been released on a rolling basis since 2019, when the first batch were made public days before Epstein also hanged himself in prison while awaiting trial on trafficking charges. Among the revelations in previous batches of documents were emails between Andrew and Epstein in 2015 when Roberts made allegations about him. So it looks like they're moving on from the Bill Clinton part of the story, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this just a distraction? Are they trying to explain his association through the associate list rather than the client list, which everybody assumes that he might be on? And I don't know. It's just interesting. I didn't expect any big names to really be on this associate list, and Bill Clinton is definitely a big name, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of these results of the new investigations. If there will be any, I hope there is, into some of these people. But like I said, we're not holding our breath for anything really to come of this, because nothing's come of it so far, right? I mean, there's a person sitting in jail for trafficking people, and none of the people that she trafficked to are in jail for this crime. So once again, a failure of our system to include the public who pay all the bills in the information that we so desperately request, right? They want us fighting over identity politics, race, religion, gayness, whatever. Meanwhile, they are protecting each other, and millions and millions and millions of dollars are flying around between them. So, but hey, I guess it is what it is. That's why we talk about this type of stuff, to spread the information. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up there. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, tell me what you think about all this, and I will see you guys in the next one.